What's up, you guys? It is Brad here, and welcome to another LEGO City update. In the last update, you guys would have seen that I actually shifted the LEGO City table down here in my LEGO room because I went ahead and added a brand new table to the city. Not only did I add a new table, of course I did some damage in the meantime, so I spent the last update fixing all that up, but now that I have a new table, I have been able to add a bunch of new LEGO buildings to the city, and I've got room for more buildings to be added. So just as a recap, this is kind of like the little placement I've got right now of what the LEGO City is looking like. I need a lot more road plates, so that's what a lot of these are just placeholders for. That's why it's very colorful and not very city-like. I've added another half base plate for a park here in front of the Federal Building, and I've got spaces now for more LEGO buildings to be added. I want to build a skyscraper right here, possibly add the Natural History Museum right here. So much is happening here in the LEGO City, so let's get into this update. I'm going to be going to Denmark in a few weeks, and I'm going to have a chance to buy some LEGO at a discount, so I don't think I'm going to go to the LEGO store right now and pay full price for everything that I need. So I'm going to try and do as much as I can here in the LEGO City in the meantime without those pieces. But that's okay, because there still are a lot of things I can do, like redo the food area right here, build on to these two parks, and work on the LEGO hospital. Not to mention there is a spot for a building right there, and the skyscraper that I want to build over here. As I mentioned, one of the things I want to do in the new park is actually create a sign that like minifigures could kind of take pictures with. So I've created this one here. It says bricks. I was going to do brick lover, but it was just a little too long, but I'm happy with how this looks, and now I'm really excited to integrate it into the city. I'm over here now working on the new restaurant area of the LEGO City, including building the patio that I talked about earlier in the video, and I accidentally knocked over the train station. 2 train stations, 2 destructions in 2 videos. That is not a good look. I've cleaned up the train station now and it is back together, and I want to show you guys what I've been doing here so far. So very excited for how this is looking. Like I said, I wanted this to be like a new dining area here in the LEGO City, so my minifigures would have somewhere to go. So I've got 3 like restaurants right here. I think that's actually a toy store, but we'll maybe pretend it's a restaurant. The restaurants here, and then the BRICKLOVER Pizza, which is really cool. The BRICKLOVER Pizza actually has a patio right now, just because I figured if I ever get another modular this size, I can go ahead and put it here. But in the meantime, I kind of wanted to include the BRICKLOVER Pizza. I haven't had this in the LEGO City in a really long time, and I used to have this in my city for years because it's a really old set. So very excited about that. And I've actually got another floor for it somewhere here, I think. Oh yeah, right here. I picked this up at Brick World Chicago. So I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think it was in a bulk lot, but it's another floor of the pizza place. So I can go ahead and add that there, and that will look really, really cool. So I also should maybe change out the yellow because I think that looks a little weird, but really happy with how the patio is looking right now. I've got the roads continued right here. I even started building the roads back just so I could link everything together there. And I think next steps I want to be are working on the park here, because obviously there's not much I can do without the road plates and without the Natural History Museum, but I can still work on everything else. But like back to the patio here. So I've added all the tan tiles here for the sidewalk, which looks really cool. I've added a few of the bricks. These are going to have flowers on them because this is where the road is, so I don't want minifigures running into the road. And then here I just added some more bricks because I'm going to add flower pots here, because my initial thinking was that I would have minifigures like walking here, like this is the sidewalk, and then this here is where all the minifigures can sit and, you know, enjoy their food and stuff like that, and pretend to look out, you know, over the waterfront. Last thing I have to do to complete this is just continue the bricks over here so you can't really see the table. All right, the other floor is added here. I wonder what this restaurant sells. No idea. The park in the Federal Office Building is going really well. I've actually just added the brick sign, which I'm really excited about. I wanted something here in the LEGO City that tourists could like take pictures in front of, and I thought it'd be fun, and what better place to do that than in front of City Hall. I also moved the Christmas tree over. Before I was like, it has to be centered, but then I just didn't like it centered because you couldn't see the front of the building and stuff like that, and it just made a weird walkway. So it's not centered anymore. Here in Toronto, it's not centered anywhere. Even in Washington and DC and stuff like that, like it doesn't seem to be centered, even though I don't think the tree's there anymore. But like it's not perfect. Like it's just where the tree grew. So I'm just gonna pretend that it grew there, and it looks really cool. So right now I'm just working on all the tiling work and stuff like that around, and this area is gonna be like for festivals and stuff like that. And I actually do hope to change it up more regularly. I don't think I've really ever done that since I started the city, but the brick sign is looking good. And originally I was actually using this design for the base, but it was black and it was way too dark. It didn't look very good in the city, so I went ahead and used this white one here with the masonry bricks. So I've temporarily paused working on this part of the LEGO City, and I've actually started constructing a custom LEGO modular. So I'm filming a whole video on this one as well, so you guys will be able to get a full build process of what it's looking like. But the goal here is to build a store right here, and then a nightclub up here, which will be really cool, and then possibly a skyscraper as well. So it's not the final version. Things are going to change because I'm new to building LEGO modular building style buildings, so I've got a lot of work to do as I try and make it detailed and stuff like that, because I'm not thrilled with how it's looking right now, but progress will continue to be made, and of course course, as I said, everything is documented on my YouTube channel. All right, and after a lot of hours of building, the new staged modular building here is complete. So I made 2 videos about this, building the building and then doing all the interior work, because I'm really happy with it. This is one of the most detailed Lego mocks I've made in a really long time. So if you guys are interested, definitely go check them out. But I've got a ground floor here, which is going to be a shop or something like that. I don't know yet. I haven't finished it. The second floor here is a fully detailed nightclub, which I'm really excited about. The third floor here is a fine dining restaurant filled with a lot of details, very expensive. And then at the top floor here, we've got a rooftop patio and bar. So very happy with that. As I said, this is the staged entertainment complex, which is really cool. So I'm very happy with how it looks in the Lego City right now, and I'm really hoping you guys want to check out those videos, because really, as I said, I'm very proud of how it turned out. And now, of course, it's time to work on the rest of the city a little bit more. While I was building this building, I really contemplated adding a casino, because I thought that would be a really cool addition to the Lego City. And then I remembered I've actually got a room right here in the Lego City, and I could build a tower. So I do obviously want to put the National History Museum right here, but what if I put a casino right here, and it could follow the same design as the Bricks Tower? Because what I was thinking would be really cool is if I actually built a bridge to connect the 2 buildings, because this is a pretty small and narrow lot. It wouldn't be super huge, but if I was able to have a bridge there, you know, connecting the hotel and entertainment complex to the casino, and then right across the street, like, this is turning into an entertainment district of the Lego City. So that might be a plan for the future. I'm not sure when or if I will get started on that, but it was definitely an idea that I had. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of the other areas of the city that need some work. It was so funny. Duck Bricks was here the other day, and he was looking at my Lego City, and I told him that these train stations were super fragile. And then it was funny, like, as he was looking at it, the whole base actually started to come apart. It didn't fall, which would have made for a much funnier video, but I do have to fix this now, because I can't have the Lego City train station just like hanging on by literally a thread. I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do to the park here as well, but I'm gonna leave the City Museum in here just for now, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna want to keep that there or not. I also realized now that I did some moving of the Lego City, I'll need to add one of the subway station entrances right here, which is pretty awesome. So I'll have an entrance here and an entrance over here, which is perfect. And then fun fact over here, there isn't actually an entrance to the subway, so I might have to integrate that over here as well. I don't know how I thought to add entrances on one side of the city for the subway and then just completely forgot about the other. Now that the Natural History Museum has been officially built, it's time to get it added to my Lego City here. I put this temporary construction site here while I got the building and while I did other work on the city, but now that it's built, it can go right there, so let's do it now. This is gonna be sad to actually remove this crane because I really like it. And this new excavator is pretty cool here as well, but I know I'm gonna like the new modular more. Just gotta grab all these random minifigures here as well. I don't even remember where these traffic lights came from. All right, also need to grab these base plates here, and ooh, you guys can see a little bit of the sneak preview of what it looks like underneath the city here. But now let's go ahead and add the Natural History Museum. Okay, wow, I really like that. You guys can see it fits in here nicely. I realized I did not change the sidewalk to the dark tan like I planned to, but that's okay because I will go ahead and add that. But yeah, I really like how that looks here in the city. And once I add another skyscraper back here that connects to the brick tower, that is just gonna look amazing. Yeah, this looks really nice in the city. Of all the places I could have put it, I'm definitely happy that I chose this as the location. Now I want to work on this portion of the city over here, and I don't have the base plates yet, and I went to the Lego store earlier and they are all out of stock, so I still have to wait on them. So in the meantime, I want to start tackling the hospital. I started building a mock hospital here a couple months ago, and I don't really like how it looks because it honestly doesn't look that good. So I want to be able to combine what I started here with possibly this hospital that I built several years ago now that also doesn't look that good, as well as the official Lego City hospital set, which I actually do like the look of. So I think combining the 3 of them there into making one massive hospital could be pretty cool. Like, this is the best hospital by far. It has the nicest features and everything like that. Makes sense. It's a Lego set. This one used to be the old police station, which I modified into a hospital many years ago. Like I said, like, you guys can see the foundations of, I think, probably 2010, 2011 or something like that. And I don't know what I was thinking with this one. The front looks cool. Oh, it just fell over. The front doesn't look too bad. It looks a little modern, but I was just experimenting, and the back, like, the whole building might topple over, actually. It is an active, very active construction site, but everything I'm going to be doing will be able to fit on a 32 by 32 base plate, because this is the room I have for it here in the Lego City, so I'm going to start putting everything together and, you know, really see what I can come up with. All right, this is a little bit of a progress update of how building the hospital has been going. So I've really expanded it and tried to combine a bunch of the buildings together. So I expanded it out this way, which I'm really excited about. Added a lot more windows there. I've kept the corner corner unit of the original hospital that I really liked, and also integrated the old part of the hospital from that Lego City set way back when as well. On the inside here, it is pretty bare bones. I want to add some staircases here, just to like have, and then have mezzanines and stuff like that, like her traditional hospital atrium would. And of course, I've kept everything down here from the original hospital, and I will be adding a bunch of the other equipments from the other hospital. You know, I'm kind of amalgamating hospitals here, putting 3 of them in one, which is pretty cool. So I like how this is looking. I've got to finish up the detailing on the side here and the roof as well. And I like this part from the old police station. I know it's not the old hospital, but I want to integrate that up here as well. I don't want to just set it on top and call it a day. I'm going to extend it, have it doors up there, and like really make this a helicopter pad as well. And I'm very excited for how this is going to look, but this doesn't look like it quite belongs here yet. So a little bit more work to it, and I think it will. Sweet, and this is now what the hospital is looking like. It is a massive, massive model right here. It's going to look so great in my Lego City. I actually just finished doing some reconfiguring just to make it fit in. So I'm going to have the botanical garden right here, and I just have to get another base plate for this. This will be the grassy area in front of it. I might make that a fountain or something like that. I moved the bank over just a little, and I'm going to have to do some configuring on the road plates, but the hospital is going to go right here. It's got enough room for one laneway in there, which is really cool. But in terms of like the actual hospital design, of course, this is like the emergency room over here. Just enough room for ambulance parking, so I'm going to tile that all up, and this is also for an ambulance as well. And then this is just like the main entranceway, which is pretty cool. Up here I'm going to put the helicopter pad, but it's still way over there, so I have to go grab that and remove this helicopter pad because I don't like it. But I'm very, very excited for how this is looking. This is a massive model, and it's going to look cool with the helicopter right here, and it just needs some other roof details and stuff like that, I think, to make it look perfect. And the hospital is now installed in the city, and I really like how it looks. I think it fits in perfectly. It's like a perfect height, I think. Like, it blends in nicely, doesn't look out of place. I'm patting myself on the back a little here because I do like how I built it, and I like how I integrated it. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is I feel like there's a little bit too much white right there. I wish I would have moved it over one stud or something like that, but I still think it looks good, and I have no plans to change it. I've been working on this part of the city as well now, which I'm excited about, so I'm going to be turning this into a square and having a bunch of benches and stuff like that, and a fountain right in the middle here, because the road is going to go from all the way back here. It's going to have a custom plate right here, and I'm just going to tile this in a dark bluish gray, so it looks like the road kind of moves out and it goes on to the rest of the Lego City. So I'll have this like a pedestrian square, which will be really fun. This I still need to decorate as well because it is a pedestrian square, and like it's going to have a lot of benches and walkways and stuff like that, like dining areas. And then over here I did add a subway stop right here in front of the botanical garden. I did shrink this initially what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a full 16 studs. I just don't have room for it. I must have miscalculated somewhere, but it looks good. I added a little pond right here, which I'm excited about. Added a couple ducks there and some lily pads, which are cool. And I got to get this excavator out of the way. Right now it's going to stay in the city because I think it's a pretty cool set and I don't know where else it's going to go. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to add like the benches right here to the city, and I'm going to reconfigure this area as well. Like, I don't think I'm going to do too much to it just because I am missing so many of the parts that I need to really complete it. But at least if I could get started, and then when I do get those base plates, whenever they're back in stock, it'll be good to go. In the meantime, though, I do want to do some other things to this part of the city. So for starters, as I mentioned, I want to retile this. I want to redo all of the park area because I don't want two museums in front of each other. And I feel like this museum's kind of looking at a place. Like, it needs to have some trees and stuff like that in front of it, just so it doesn't look totally whack. And then back here, I've already talked about I want to extend Brick's Tower. So what I'm thinking that I want to do right here, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm thinking of building kind of like an identical Brick's Tower right here. So moving these buildings out of the way and just putting them right back here. And then right here where all these glass walls are, I want to have a bridge on a diagonal. I think would be really cool. So again, don't know how I'm going to do that, but a bridge over across the road here. And then this would be like a casino and like entertainment part of the Bricks Complex Tower. Like, this is a part hotel, so it'd be really cool if there was like a casino attached and stuff like that. So I think that's what I want to do. Have a little bit of a skyscraper going right up here. So when you look at it at the Lego City, you can see it doesn't fully block the new stage building, but I also don't want it directly behind the museum because then it would totally block this. So I have good plans for that, and I think it'll be really cool, and it'll probably do a little L shape around the museum, and I think it'll be pretty neat to look at. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. That's not going to be in this video at all, but it's going to be really fun to start. And when I was grabbing the hospitals here earlier from the shelves here in my Lego room, I realized I have a lot of sets on these bottom shelves that I just didn't know where to place. Like, there's a lot of city sets down here because I don't like to display city sets. Like, I love displaying these sets, but city sets are kind of boring. But I'm like, wow, I forgot I had this thing right here that is like a school or something like that. And I was like, how cool would that be if I use that as the front of this new office building or something like that, or use that for the front of a building? To terrible building, but the facade is really cool. So that might come in the future, but I'm not entirely sure. And if not, I might even get rid of that because I just don't even like that set. But really excited because a lot of the details are coming into the city now, and I think it's starting to look really good. I just realized this, but this is my old banner right here, or my old business card, sorry, that is on this billboard. These are the ones from, I don't know when I made these ones, like 2017, 2000. Yeah, I think like 2017, because that's the old banner. I have made a lot of new business cards since then. So I think it's time to actually replace that banner with just my newer card here. These are the ones I made earlier this year, BRICKLOVER BRAD. So I'll get 4 of those. I'll need the tape here as well. And yeah, definitely time to sub these out and modernize a little bit. This is so funny. This is how many times I've changed my business card in the past, because you can see my old one is even underneath there. They're taped on. That is hilarious. I was originally just going to put this and hang it somewhere else, but I think I should actually add my new business cards right on top and like just pretend I'm like always painting over the billboard or something like that. Because that's what they do in Toronto. They never remove them. They just, plaster over it. Which now I kind of regret because I just finished taking all this tape off the back of it to hang this billboard up. Low-key, I kind of like the old banner better. I think there's too much gray or something like that right now. I think I might have to, where are the yellow tiles? Maybe, no, not here. Maybe switch it out with some yellow or just something. I don't know. Something looks off there. I can't place it. That looks better, but it's still not perfect. So I'll have to maybe figure out something, but I'll worry about that later because it's not a priority right now. But with that, you guys, this has been a pretty long Lego City update spanning over the course of a few months because I went to Europe in the middle of filming all of this, but I have the Natural History Museum now, which I'm very excited about. I've added a new hospital over here. I've done a ton of work to this area of the city as well. I've added new signs for photo opportunities, changed billboards, and so much more. So I've got a ton of really cool things planned for the city. You guys have continued to give me really good suggestions down in the comments, so that's why I don't want to jump too far ahead. Want to upload this video so you guys can leave more before my next one. So really excited for where the progress of the city's going to go because of the plans that I have and the ideas, and can't wait to show you guys. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. Of course, if you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe, and we'll see you here in the next video.